Oh ho ho, and welcome to another video here on TryHackMe. We are looking at day number 17, the log analysis. He analyzed and analyzed till his analyzer was sore. So we opened up the page here that we are given. Some weird URL, don't think too much about it. After we press start machine, we're given this URL right here. And then you can open it on the machine. I have the attack box open right now. And basically what you need to do is to click on search and reporting, it says, so let's do that. And then you need to apply some sort of search filter. So we need to apply the index search filters for right index equal to star and press, I guess, last 24 hours. Press the search bar, I guess. Let's see if I can get the exact thing they do have on the other side. It does seem that they have a different... Yeah, they always have a different one. So let's just try one more time. Search, let's present. Oh, it's a drop down. I must be a bit tired today. So there we go. And then click all time and then search. Now we're gonna get all the logs for this camera thing going on here. So we are basically looking at a website called Splunk, and we are going to create some custom parser and investigate Splunk. General idea here is that we need to check out the CCTV streams. So basically, this is the task today. We're going to find some things. And the question we will answer in the end, and that's a long one, right? Is that extract all the events from the CCTV feed logs, how many logs were captured associated with the successful login. So we need to find some sort of malicious login or not intended login to the CCTV, and that is actually a camera that is sending live feed. And what is the session ID associated with the attacker who deleted the recording? So someone attacked it and deleted the recording. So we need to find that ID of that particular session. And then what is the name of the attacker found in the logs who deleted the CCTV footage. Wow. Let's also just complete the two last questions because we are like that. So let's go to the top. That's a long way, right? So we are now going to pick the one called source type, as they mentioned right there. And we're going to go ahead and the two datasets are the follows: web logs that contains event logs related to web relation, web connections, and the file contains information about CCTV application access logs. So we have the web logs and CCTV. So examining the CCTV logs, so let's go ahead and click on that, I guess. And we're going to get the 3077 logs. That's a great way. So the not passed properly by Splunk. We're going to fixing the problem is to extract the new fields. So now we're going to click on that. Extract new fields, it says. So extract new fields. I'm going to click on this. And then we are getting to this part right here. It's a lot of scrolling, I know, sorry for this. Click the what? So select sample events. How to do that? One. Oh yeah. So we will be presented with event logs that must be passed properly, though we can select any log, but in order to follow the step mentioned below and avoid confusion, let's select the very first sample event and click the green next. That's gonna be this one, right? I guess they marked more. So yeah, okay, so they actually selected the first one. That's great. So let's click next now. And now they say the select method are two options for extracting the fields using regular expression. That's a crazy thing, right? And using delimiters. That's a bit different, right? In this exercise, we will extract fields using regular expressions. Select the option and click next. So regular expression, click next. Scary, right? Now to select the fields in the logs that we want to extract, we simply need to highlight them in the sample log. Splunk will auto-generate the regular expression to extract the selected fields. And I guess... what I have to do right here, in all honesty. Oh, can click on something? Well, that's great. I guess. Um, so they want me to do something. Uh, as we'll assign an appropriate name to each of the extraction fields based on the table below. Oh, so okay, so we need to mark this and click it and call field name. Uh, what? Field doesn't must start with a letter. But didn't I do that? Temp? Temp? I guess we just couldn't type event. So now we are marking the in each individual, fields. And I know this is the job of what you could say, a junior. So let's do session ID. I guess that's it. Okay, so now we have that. We can probably parse it and look at the things. So let's see where we are. As evident from the previous session, by selecting the fields, Splunk create blah blah blah. All those extracted fields will be showed below. So now we can actually click through them all, and we can see different kind of values now popping up below, and counts and percentages, session IDs, and so on. And we have no idea what it is right now. We just have no clue. And this is the all collected one. So all the events on the right side, timestamp, event, user ID, username, and session ID will be inside of the event itself. It's important to note that some of the logs may have different format and they may not be parsed using the parser we created above. We may have to re-extract the field from those events, and we'll get back to fixing the issue later. We can now click on the next. Let's click next, so validate. It's going to be the next step, which is also a step up here in the extraction of fields. In the next step, we will see a green tick. Do we? Mark next to the sample log. Yes, that's the a tick, I guess. All red cross sign to signal an incorrect pattern as shown below. So we do have one here that doesn't, exactly go as follows and so on. So what we need to do with that? So it's just an information, I guess. We're going to do nothing about it. So after validating that and extracting the fields correct, and extracted the fields, that the extracted fields are correct, the next step, saving the analysis. So let's see one more time. In the step, the green ticks marked sample will indicate the correct extraction to the fields, or a red cross sign to signal an incorrect pattern. I don't think we can do anything about it. So let's do a next then, I guess. say yes, next now. And after validating that this blah, 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 we get this here below. And we can see that the extraction name, so we type the owner is admin, and we can then give the permissions, and we can see one more time the source type is CCTV logs, the fields, the values, and the actual finished regular expression. Okay, so it's quite nice, I guess. So we don't have to type the regular expression. Imagining like typing this, there are some odd people in the universe that can do this natively. I know that they do require, they do the server specialist place on the shelf, because that's crazy, man. So tab shows us the regular expression created. I just said that. So to do so, we also need to let's save the session. So let's click finish now, as they also told us, and then also let's click explore these fields we just created. So we're going to click that button, as they also told us right there. We can verify the successful extracted custom fields from the log. And no result found. So what are we going to do about this all time, I guess? Yeah. And username. So now we are back. We just have to pick the one all time. I guess it didn't mention that in tutorial, but I kind of figured, just to check out the images and say like it says all time there, but mine said only 24 hours. So we had to re-enter the same all time one more time. That's probably some people, sitting and looking and say, what am I going to do about that? And this, yeah, okay. So we can actually click on the username field. So click there, and there we can see different usernames, and one's called glitch. Oh yeah. And it also appears that some fields have not been passed exactly as we expected. On the session ID, I guess, what exactly are we going to type? Yeah, okay. So improving the field extraction. So as previously mentioned, some of the logs are a bit different from the ones we used as a baseline for field extraction. Some of the log formats that are parser could not be picked, as I mentioned below. So there are some formats here that we have to, probably fix. So it's important to note that there can be various ways to achieve our goals. For fixing the parser, we try the method as covered step below. So removing the field extraction, let's go to settings, there, and then go to fields. That's going to be that one right there. And click on field extractions. Great. And delete the pattern regular expression now. So okay, this tab will display all the patterns field extracted so far in Splunk. We can look for the CCTV rated pattern in the list, or simply type CCTV in the search. So let's go inside CCTV and click the search bar. We'll get this one right here in the search bar, and we'll display our recently created pattern. Once the right pattern is selected, click on delete. So it's gonna be the long one we just created, as we can see, with all these different like user and timestamps. So you will see two here, probably the same as but this is the one long one. So let's click delete on this and click OK, I guess. So let's delete it. So why are we deleting this previously created pattern? Well, the regular expression picked fields for some logs and leave behind other logs. And that's a bad thing, right? which may be vital for our investigation. Our goal is to create our one generic regular expression that works on almost all events. Open filed extractor. What? Open field extractor. That's a spelling error. I get it. Open field extractor. Clicking this one. I'm gonna update the regular expression. So click the source as the source type CCTV. Just type that. Oh, it pops up. So CCTV logs. And gonna be all time. Oh, all time, real time. Advanced, no. Date, range, real time, relative, present, all time. There you go. Oh my. And then we have 1,000 events. And next we're gonna enter this regular expression we have right there. So please make sure to copy paste all the signs. So we're gonna go ahead and enter it where? I just don't see it. I prefer to write. Yeah, so click it there, enter it in, make sure it's perfect. If you have any spaces in the top or on the back and the bottom, please just remove them. Click save now. No, not save, go back. Click preview, as they mentioned right there. So now it's thinking, I guess. Needs to save it. No. Maybe I was just a bit too fast. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so it's working. It's working. So now we're gonna hit save and finish, as they said right there. On the next page, explore the fields in a search. Great. Let's see what we get. One more time. Hit all time. And then we have the fields below. So now we're going to investigate the CCTV footage log. Now that we have sanitized and probably parsed the logs, it is time to examine them and find the culprit. Summary of the CCTV. After examining CCTV feed logs, we can create a mental picture of the information these logs provide us. A brief summary of those logs are: these logs contain successful face login attempts. So let's see if we can verify that. I don't think I can. I need to understand where to look. Session, or not session. We find out, I guess. Obtain failed, yeah, suspicious, and contain information about the CCTV log. So let's now use the following search query. So go ahead and copy paste that. Insert all of it right there. I said all of it. Click search now. And after this, we're gonna go ahead and click on the visualization one, and then we're gonna get the beautiful visualization. Let's go pie chart and select the pie chart, I guess, and will give us this chart. Yeah, it's beautiful. We can create a summary of the event to see what activities were captured in the logs. So let's put this one here in the search instead. So that one, events, and we have a successful logouts, watch camera, Was it like delete recording? That's very interesting. So now we have this one more time. We can examine the rare events. So let's go ahead and then, in this particular case, copy paste that feature, the filter, sorry. And then we can see that there is, under the visualization of just a bar chart, we can see we have a login failed right there. And it looks like we have a few attempts to delete recording and a few failed login attempts. This means we have a clue. Let's now examine the failed login attempts. So we do have some download recording, delete recording attempts and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and one more time copy paste this filter right there and put it in so we can examine the failed login attempts. And we can see that there's a name here called byte. I don't know where exactly this is. Statistics. Let's go to that instead. Remember to click it there in the bar, else it's gonna look weird. So we have a name called byte, and there's a session ID extracted. I'm pretty sure this session ID right here is the one we can mention for the associated session ID for the one trying to delete the recordings. What is the name of the attacker? Well, it's not. It's a name that is a bit longer than byte and glitch and Marta, so we're not gonna type that. Am I assuming? Stop that. Okay, so whoa, let's keep it there. Also, all the technical events CCTV, how many logs were captured in the successful? So that's not the part right now. Now we have the failed. We can also probably go ahead and type success. I'm pretty sure that's going to be possible for us. And if this is the amounts of then 642, 600, if I understand this correctly, and I did. So we just type success in order to narrow down our search feed on the CCTV feed to the word of success. That is probably wildcards around it, I guess. That's, yeah. So, okay, so what is the name of the attacker who deleted the footage? Now we don't know that, so we need to go back. I do have a suspicion, but we need to not be suspicious right now. We need to prove it. So now that this is actually done, let's narrow down the investigation. Let's narrow down the investigation to see the results of other events associated with the session IDs. Let's go do that. Copy paste this, put it in, and we will then get nothing from this particular one. Oh, put session ID there. So we're gonna put the particular session ID that we just, gave as an answer. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it. And we're gonna get the 30-ish. Yeah, we're gonna get 30. So this is the one called byte and glitch, login failed, and downloading recording and delete recording. So there are different kind of events here going on. That's going to be the actual actions performed by these users right here. Let's see how many events related to deletion of it. So let's go ahead and just narrow it even more down. Not that one, no. With this filter right there. Come on, please. And then we can see two different kind of delete recording. We have the username called byte. We have this particular session ID and this log and source and host and so on. So that's great. So we can see some comprehensive information about it. Now we're going to correlate it with the web logs. So let's use the information we investigated earlier. So we're going to go ahead and type this filter ourselves, it would seem. No, we're going to go ahead and copy paste it because we are like that. So let's do that. Copy paste it on the web logs. And this is actually us shifting logs to web logs by saying index and then inserting the wildcard there with the stars in between. And we do see here the web logs. We have this particular session ID with clicking the logout PHP button and doing different kind of things here on the server. Exactly sure what they're doing. Accessing a MP4 file, camera, PHP, feed, camera, deleting something. And well, let's continue. And let's go ahead and do an explanation. Is serve that one IP address. Why? Yeah, so that's the one right there. So let's go ahead and click on the client IP, wherever that is. Client IP on the interesting fields. Am I blind? There we have it, client ID. And then it will say 100%, the only one that does these kind of things. So that's a very interesting IP address. We can also go ahead and check out the status, which holds 4, 1 in my case. Looks like 2 more sessions that we associate with the IP address. Let's look at this. Let's just start copy pasting it. I don't know if we're gonna get the exact same thing. So we have a lot of different kind of URIs we have been that are being accessed here, and okay, so looking closely, we can see log out events with the session ID was captured. Can we correlate these events with the CCTV feed log and see if we can find any evidence. So we're going to connect the CCTV logs and take this particular session ID we have right there. It's the one we see right here. And we're going to paste it in. And now we will see a username called malware. And that user is the one that have been doing some things. So now that we have found that and the associated name with the session ID, we can take this name right there and go ahead and give that as our answer to that is the attacker found logs who deleted the CCTV footage. So that's the way we're going to use Splunk, by using these filters and making sure that the data is parsed correctly. We can basically, find everything we need. I kind of enjoyed this a bit more than the other log file events. I feel like this is very interesting in a way because it's a bit more intuitive, and that's probably one of the reasons that I don't really like log stuff that much, because most of it is just looking at text. And I must be honest, it's for some people and they do deserve a special place to sit. Anyways, this is for today about day number 17 on Advent of Cyber 2024, and we're gonna say ho ho ho